Honesty.
Honesty. Very good.
Quick result.
Huh?
Quick result.
Quick results, yes. Reliability, shall we say promptness, shall we put? Very good. Absolutely.
Numeric data collect. Numeric data.
Numeric data.
Numeric data connected part of accuracy. Okay. They should be able to gather.
Honesty again.
Honesty, trustworthiness. Okay. Discipline.
Discipline.
Promptness. They should be prompt in reporting. What is the point in getting a December accounts in April? No point, no. They must promptly report. If December I want the accounts, I want it in December. They should give it in January. By at least 10th of January, they should be always got to use in the accounts. Then, anything else? Discipline. What about discipline?
Discipline is that they cannot deviate. Say if somebody want to pay cash, so they say,
Correct.
That is an indiscipline.
So,
or register it or posting it. So if they don't know, post it. That is also
Follow rules.
indiscipline. So follow rules, disciplined manner of working. Okay. In discipline itself, it's very important. See, for accountants, as I always say, accountants are paper tigers. Okay. Only paper is their weapon. They have to present they have to respect the paper. Paper is like God for them, right? So that is what they have to account. So they must treat it very well. Have you seen some accountant? It's like any house, you know. Some houses you go in, you find it all neat and tidy. Some houses are, chaotic. Anywhere at all. Something you want to paper, yeah, I kept it here, there, somewhere they would have said. So they will, be searching all over the place for some papers and all that. An accountant cannot afford to be like that. He has to be tidy. He has to be methodical. There must be a method he must follow. Okay? Tidiness is very important. If you are not tidy in filing the papers, you file it any odd day, throw it somewhere, open the table drawer. I have had a lot of assistance in the course of my. One of the things that I used to do is, morning at random I would go to this office, I tell them, please open your table drawer. If I find some 25 vouchers here, some another 3 vouchers down, I tell them, please vacate receipt immediately. If they lose those vouchers, we cannot recreate them. Correct? So you cannot have accountants being slipshod in their tidiness. They must be able to make sure that the vouchers are all pinned neatly. Even if you don't have time to file it today, it doesn't matter. But you must have a method of how you capture it, how you maintain the files. Okay? Because vouchers will come in this size, then in this size, all kinds of sizes it will come. In bits and pieces it will come. But the way you maintain it is very important. Okay? If you care for your work, you will maintain it beautifully. Some people take pride in the way their accounts are kept. That is what is important. You must take pride. Yes.
Can accountants be soft spoken or they have to be rude always?
Very, very important. Yes. This is a mindset, See, what happens is, I agree entirely. Accountants come out as being very rude and insensitive. Very often, accountants come out as being very insensitive. This is because of a wrong notion that they have. Let me just explain. I did a program for Balco long back, where one doctor was attending my program. So I asked the doctor, why are you here? What do you want to know about accounts? You have to attend a program on finance. He said, no ma'am, it's very important. I have to attend a program. I said, oh, it's so important. Why is it so important? So he said, you see, I am the chief of the medical center here. Balco has more than 10,000 employees. And in Balco Nagar, You have got 10,000 into, almost a lakh of people live in that colony because of all the, all their families, plus the, all the support services, etc. More than a lakh of people live in that township, and there is only one medical center there. So obviously, he is under a lot of pressure on many counts. It is not just, oh, he is a doctor, okay, somebody hurts himself, they just put a plaster and send him. That's not how it is. He has a lot of issues because in the vicinity there is no other bigger medical hospital. So he has to have facility for operations, for delivery of babies, whatever it is, he has to have facility. So I believe he put up a request saying that I want so much of money for putting up a cardiac unit, because the average age of employees is going beyond 40, everybody is prone to heart disease. So please let me have a medical cardiac unit. The accountants promptly sent back one note saying, please give the ROI justification for this. Return on investment justification. How can you give a return on investment justification for a cardiac unit? So he said, I don't know what the ROI is. So he has lived with that fact that he doesn't have a cardiac unit. Then after some time he asked me, ma'am, you have come from Bangalore all the way to Balco. Where is it in Chhattisgarh. So it is in Chhattisgarh now. How did you come? I said, no, yesterday, day before I came to Calcutta, and then I took a train. I came up to some place called Champa. From there I took a bus, Champa, and then I took a car, and then I come here. So he said, it took you almost 2 days to come here, isn't it? I said, yes, but I had to wait here and there. He said, people from all over India are working here. From Kanyakumari to Kashmir to Gujarat to Northeast. People are working here. When there is a death here, for their relatives to come, it takes minimum 4 to 5 days. Because they cannot come by air like you from Calcutta to Calcutta and all that and come. They have to take a train. Train takes 2 days to come to Calcutta, even from Kanyakumari to take. So they have to keep the body here for 4 days, for which I intended for a morgue. Again, I got shot down because of ROI justification. How can he give an ROI justification for a morgue? Okay. So he said, so therefore I have to attend this program and I have to understand what is this ROI, which I cannot, which I am unable to justify to these students. The point is, it shows complete lack of understanding by the finance fellows, accountants. So I had on the last day, half a day program, half a day I allotted, saying we have the accountants sitting here and you have completed the program now. You have understood from where accountants are coming. Let them understand from where you are coming. And then it was a war. That last half a day was absolute bloodbath was happening. The fellows were willing to go and throttle the other fellows next, because there was complete lack of appreciation of each other's point of view. So the accountants have to be trained slightly differently. To give you another example, I was also trained to be an accountant. I was not any different either. But see, I joined after my CA, etc. I was a management accountant in a company called Grinder Norton. Grinder Norton means abrasives. I was a management accountant. My job was to evaluate any capital expenditure proposal that comes and decide whether we should invest or we should not invest. That was one of my jobs. Okay? So, our managing director, I was reporting to the managing director, he was sitting in Bangalore. This abrasives is manufactured, what is an abrasive? Anything which finishes the surface. Have you seen a grinding wheel?
Yes, ma'am.
Tiles, polishing, or for sharpening your knife, that fellow will come do this and
Yes,
there will be a wheel. No, that is an abrasive wheel. Now this wheel is required, that is the crudest form of an abrasive. Okay? But anywhere, wherever steel is involved, it needs finishing. Car, for instance, you need to finish it with an abrasive wheel. Now the raw Sand it has silica. So stones have got silica, and this carbon is available from any carbon source. Okay. So what we do is, when we in Tirupati, we have got a plant manufacturing silicon carbide. Silica and carbon fuse at very high temperatures to become silicon carbide. It comes out like crystals. Okay. Now the temperature at which silica melts, it's like glass making, it's like glass. Okay. Glass also comes from sand, right? So when it melts at 2500 degrees, even more than steam. Now you can imagine a plant in Tirupati. Tirupati itself is a very hot place. You are having a plant where the temperatures are rising up to 2500 degrees. You have very big, huge furnaces. Okay. It's called resistance furnaces, where in a room like this, we have a box like this, in which they will put this quartz. They crush the quartz, put it here. They make a small trench in that. In that they will put carbon powder. Okay. And then they will put more silica, more quartz on top of it. And on either side they will fire with high voltages, really fast. This carbon will act as a resistor and generate heat of 2500 degrees. And then this silica will melt, combine with the carbon and become silicon carbide. So it will come out as huge pigs. Okay. Then they break the pig, then they crush it, powder it, like you're sieving your atta now. Like that they will sieve it, put it into different drips, and then they will bag it. Then in another plant in Bombay, they will mix this powder with some glue or resin or something, and bake it in a mold and bake it like a cake. Very approximately, this is how the grinding wheel is made. Okay. Now, why I am saying all this is, I as an accountant have no clue how all this is made. I have not visited the plant. I don't know what, on paper, okay, you're making silicon carbide, you're making aluminum oxide, you're making grinding wheels, total turnover is so much, profit, loss, etc. I know, all on paper I know. And I'm sitting comfortably in a nice air-conditioned office. Okay? Now, there was a proposal from the silicon carbide plant in Tirupati.
Sorry.
Came to us, and the request was to air condition the canteen. I looked at it and I said, silicon carbide plant is not doing well. Why should we go around air conditioning a canteen of all places? I can understand the manager wants a cabin air conditioning, but canteen, why do you want to air condition a canteen? If you are making a lot of money, I said, okay, fine, you can spend. You are not making any money, you are bleeding money, why should you spend money on air conditioning a canteen? So I think this project should be rejected. I went and told my MD, sir, these projects have come, this one I think we should reject because they are not making any money. So he asked me, I'm sitting in Bangalore, it's a nice weather as you all can see. So I'm sitting in Bangalore, I'm saying you should reject this